Well, Dr. Hawass, who runs Antiquities in Egypt, was a fan of Transformers 1, and so he thought the idea would be particularly nice for tourism. So he allowed us to do some of the first aerial shots around the pyramids and to shoot there. And Petra was kind of the same thing. The king was a fan of Transformers, and he helped us immensely shoot on the top of Petra.
Yeah, beyond my hand. I mean, I remember we were doing. I mean, that's one issue. That wasn't a movie. You know, I got injured in a movie a couple times. There was we were filming in New Mexico, Alamogordo, and we were in the middle of it was a chaotic scene. Almost a scene. But middle of an action scene, I wound up impaling my face on this spike, and you're surrounded by SEALs, and they've all seen some really wild things. And I just remember looking at the SEALs with this thing in my face like this, and stuff coming down my face, and the SEALs all going, oh. And we went to the military hospital and had a guy go like this after he stitched me up. I said, what is that? He said, blindness. So, yeah, I mean, you get beat up doing these things because that's the way of, that's the temperament of this movie. It's an aggressive movie. It's an aggressive shoot. I'm not playing a gladiator, you know. I'm playing an ordinary kid in an extraordinary situation. So just running, and you know, I smoked cigarettes at the time, which Mike hated, so I had to start chewing tobacco instead.
He made you give up smoking for this?
Yeah, Mike can't stand. He can't stand. Or sunflower seeds, or there's quite a bit of things. There's like a list of things.
You played I guess the girl of everyone's dreams, draped over a motorbike. You could drive hot rod cars, and drive no fuel injections. Have you had to gen up and do some research on hardware, or was that something you always knew about cars and all these?
Before I booked the first one, part of my audition process was Michael made me come to his studio and like pretend to work on his Ferrari. So, and
it was called a screen test.
Yeah, but
the screen test.
But he had, he was videotaping me the whole time, and I'm like under one of his Ferrari trying to figure it out. I still don't know anything about cars though. So.
Well, we try to push the limits each film. I mean, I think we really pushed the limits from the first one to this one in terms of just the advances that people wouldn't notice, but it's all about lighting and reflection and complicated algorithms like that, making the pyramid come apart that was 100,000 rocks individually moved. It took one guy 6 months of writing code to do that. And it kind of stretches the limits of memory for shots like that. So we're the first ones to do the IMAX in the full 4K rendered characters, which has never been done. There are 3 scenes in this movie that are full IMAX, shot in IMAX. So that's pretty good. We finished the film this past Wednesday, so it's very true. You saw actually an incomplete version. Yours was not fully finished.
Thanks. Well, that's Michael. Many action films choose to use motion capture to create CGI characters these days. Can you tell us why you chose a more traditional animation technique and how that affects creating movie characters?
I choose not to use motion capture. I mean, I would go on a motion capture stage and I would do some of the camera moves, like with the Nemesis, where I could knock out the camera moves in 45 minutes for the whole scene. That's a very helpful tool because it's very hard to tell animators how to block a scene, and it's something I do. And a lot of animators, they'll start with, once we talk about where we want to go with the shot, and they've seen my previs, which are crude cartoons of what's going on, some will actually videotape themselves falling, like the guy who did Jetfire when he fell back. He literally would film himself falling from several angles and start there. I think the traditional way was pretty interesting.